HMRC opened one of your client files tomorrow, would it tell a complete story? In this episode, I'll show you how to build working papers that actually withstand HMRC scrutiny, while saving your team time and saving you stress. We'll look into structure, evidence, and review systems that protect both your team and your clients. Working papers aren't just for compliance. They're for clarity. They tell the story of what's been done, by who, and why. They protect you during HMRC reviews and make your internal reviews faster, cleaner, and more scalable. So instead of doing the work and moving on, we are documenting how the work was done, clearly enough that another accountant could pick it up and understand it correctly. Here's the basic structure that we use within StriveX. Each job lives in its client's main folder, within their team's directory. Inside that, every working paper pack follows the same structure. We detail out the planning section, we map out the trial balance, we complete lead schedules, we evidence every decision, we review the notes, we complete client comms, we prepare a tax computation, and then we sign off the file. Every folder has an owner, a checklist, and a last reviewed note in the title. Consistency is everything. You want every preparer and every reviewer to see the same logic, no matter which client or how complex the job is that they're working on. For individual files, we use a very simple format, and the prefixes and suffixes keep things in order, and the version and date tracking make sure that nobody is working from an old file. It also means that if something goes wrong, you can instantly trace which version was reviewed and when. Evidence is where most firms lose quality points, especially with HMRC. Every figure in your accounts should be backed by sufficient and appropriate evidence. That means keeping bank statements which match the balance in your trial balance, payroll reconciles to the RTI reports, supplier statements and invoices support accruals, and director's loan account movements are fully explained. If you're ever in doubt, just document the reasoning. A short memo on the file is far better than an undocumented assumption. Next, we're going old school with tick marks and reviews. We use shared processes so that everybody knows what each mark means. For example, ticks mean that it's been reviewed to bank, and squares mean it's tested for reasonableness, question marks mean we've raised a queries, and R means query resolved. We then review it at 2 levels. The first level is a preparer review, where we check for accuracy and completion. Level 2 is a manager review, where we focus on sense checking, presentation, HMRC scrutiny, and communication with the client. This creates a clear review trail, which protects quality and reduces rework. So let's take a small example. Let's say prepayments. Your lead schedule shows a brought forward amount, additions, releases, and a closing balance, which all tie back to your trial balance. Each addition links to an invoice within the evidence folder with a note saying something like insurance for annual premium. The policy runs from July 2024 to June 2025. Anyone reviewing that file can see at a glance what has been done and why. And that's why you build trust into your files. We also keep a questions log inside every single pack, which is where preparers add queries, reviewers respond, and when we also track this for client comms as well. This communicates inside the file, so no more chasing answers across emails, and when the job is ready for a client sign-off, we drop a final summary to the client note in OneDrive so that all of the reasoning and statuses are very clear. That's how we have built working papers that withstand HMRC scrutiny into an evidenced and structured review-ready process. If you'd like to see how we manage this across hundreds of clients, then you will definitely love to listen to the Practice Owners podcast. That's where I share the behind the scenes and the reality of running a modern accounting firm. You can get a 7-day free trial using the link in the description of this video. We have also built and sell the working papers that we have built, scaled, and tested inside our firm. So I'll drop a link to the landing page here with an exclusive discount specifically for this YouTube video. In the next episode of this dedicated 4-week series, we'll be building process notes that train themselves so that new team members can hit the ground running from day one.